What is good, ladies and gentlemen? Now, welcome back to Midnight Witch. Now this, apparently beyond this point, it's, unsavable. In other words, back at the I'm waiting part, but it's good since I'm not actually that far into this part, so we'll just go and skip to where I was up to. Yeah, it was unsavable. I thought so. Yes. Yeah, there was machine, yeah. Come on, what are you done? What's wrong? Dan was so sarcastically. Dan is alive! Dan! I hug him with all my strength. Hey, what are you doing? Tears play my vision, but Dan's heartbeat confirms that he's alive. Dan, you are... Please tell me it's your phone I'm feeling right now. Hey, bro. I can't help but laugh nervously. It's definitely Dan, with his favorite lousy jokes. Our friends, bro, but hey, why are you crying? Dan pushed me away slightly, looking with wide eyes, like he's seeing me for the first time. What's wrong? Did Emma dump you or something? Then wiping away my tears, I continued to stare at him with a dumbfounded look. You're alive! Dan does not even try to hide his perplexity. You drunk or something? You idiot, you know exactly what I'm talking about. The frozen scenery appears before my eyes for a moment, all too real and terrifying. Evelyn, have you seen Evelyn? She should be... Dan shakes me by the shoulders. You're funny, wake up! I don't know what kind of nightmare you're having at night, but it's time to wake up. Does he really have no memory of what happened? Evelyn's voice carried by the wind immediately comes back to my mind. Does this conclusion really work for you? Dan, Evelyn is alive, I'm sure we must... Evelyn, who's that? Dan, a newcomer, a very familiar voice, I can't believe my eyes. Emma is standing right there, fists on hips, an irritated look on her face. A look full of life. You're in trouble, man. Dan's this close to bursting out laughing, delighted with his teenage movie quid pro quo. I just Dan and swooped down on Emma with the speed of a raptor. My arms wrap around her and lift her off the ground. What are you? After the horror of her death, after being a helpless witness to her agony, Emma is alive. I'd cry my eyes out without loosening my embrace. Yes, indeed. His face turns bright. There's another new frame that they'd have to have made for the game. That might even only show up once in the entire thing. Put me down, we are not alone. I really thought that. Please, people are looking. I end up lowering her back down to the ground. Emma, still crimson, lightly slaps my chest. Don't do that in front of everyone. I take my hand and lead her away, but I have to tell her I know the truth. Follows me without resistance. Really, what are you? Leading Emma towards the tree. Towards the tray. Uno, dos, tres. Trees give us some privacy. Dan looks at me with a grinning face. He is such an idiot. A hero, though. Emma. I hold her by the shoulders as if to convince myself that she is really alive. Emma, meanwhile, still looking at me with a worried look on her face. What's wrong with you? Is everything okay? I looked down for a moment. She doesn't seem to remember anything either, like Dan. Emma, you don't remember Evelyn? Her gaze grows suspicious. Her again? Who is this girl? I sigh in annoyance. Why doesn't anyone remember anything? Maybe it's better to put Evelyn aside from the moment. Bring up the other subject. Don't tell me she's a girl from the swim team who's been hitting on you. No doubt about it, Emma has no memory of recent events. If I find out that you're Emma... I interrupt her abruptly, no time to beat around the bush. I know everything. What are you talking about? The bit of astonishment Emma displays seems sincere. She definitely didn't expect me to know. I know about you, and a veil of panic quickly passes over her face. She's beginning to understand. Rather, she's very afraid to understand. I stopped talking cryptic messages. Her annoyance tone betrays the panic that is beginning to overwhelm her. I can't pretend not to know. I know about you and David. It was sharp under cracks, her lips began to tremble, and after a few seconds of futile resistance, she burst into tears. I still ain't no sound. It was last year. We've been dating for a few months, and we just had a fight about Anna. I remember it well. Our first real couple quarrel. She suspected I was cheating on her with Anna. One of the many girls on the swim team. The infamous swim team. A simple friend. I feel a twinge of guilt. It's true that I was hanging out with Anna a bit at the time. Nothing ever happened between us, of course, and I know Emma didn't like that closeness between Anna and me. You refused to cut ties with her, and I really thought you were cheating on me. Many sobs punctuated her speech, and I feel my resolve shift. Anna, she was just a friend, but still, I should probably have... And David kept trying to convince me. Kept refusing his advances when he went to the movies with Anna and left me alone at the party. But Mary's come back to me. I did refuse to cancel that date with Anna, even though Emma wanted me to go to the party with her. I didn't see the problem at the time. Anna was just a friend, and we had planned to go watch this movie together for a long time. I still shouldn't have. Emma asked me not to. At what point did I really consider Emma as my top priority? This change probably happened gradually over time, when I began to care more about Emma's happiness than my own. Although in shame, feeling that it's been so long ago, it was just last year. I realized how much our relationship has matured in just 1 year. I realized how naive and selfish I was, at first. David kept trying. He promised me that he had broken up with Jessica, that with me it would be so different. When drinking, and I was so mad at you. We did at that party. And when Jessica walked in on us, I never felt so disgusted with myself of what I had done to you. I lowered my tear-streaked face. Emma takes my hand, also in tears. You have to believe me, I regret it more than anything. If I could go back in time, this is the only thing I would want to change. Oh, Jesus Christ, that jump scared me. Her pleading look painfully revives the memory of her death, which stared at me with those same huge eyes filled with sadness and tears, when she thought only of my survival, even though she knew she was doomed. Till the end, she wanted to protect me. Everything we built together since it's so wonderful. I made the worst mistake of my life. For heaven's sake, yes. My voice becomes cavernous, lamed with grief and anger. The thing we built was based on a lie because of my throat constricts and the tears that flooded into my eyes. Why did you do this to me? Yeah, bitch. Emma rushed to me and kissed me with the force of desperation. I'm overwhelmed with emotion, and to untangle the conflicting feelings that overwhelm me. Her face from her streak of tears, her distress feels like a dagger in my chest. I don't know what to think or how I'm supposed to react. Oh fuck, I ain't choosing that one, down there. Looking for the main culprit makes no sense, there's no point, because, yeah, exactly. When I saw her alive this morning, I felt the greatest relief of my life. Some probably refused to forgive her for sleeping with someone else, but these people didn't see Emma die before their eyes. They didn't see her worrying about my survival until she died. They did not see her cry. Emma remained silent, her head against my chest. Don't want to lose you, yes sir. She shyly lifts her head towards me. I definitely don't want to lose you, but I would understand if you decided to. I shake my head in denial. Everyone makes mistakes. I'm the first one to admit that. Back then I didn't treat you the way you deserved. I was selfish and I wasn't thinking about us. I try, unsuccessfully, to suppress the tremors in my voice. Back then it feels like a lifetime ago. Truth. The only truth that matters today. Exactly. Bitch, what? Except we all know this is all going to come crumbling down. Since my mistake, you've been my only priority. You're all I've been thinking about. I feel so guilty, exactly. I jeopardized what we've built together since then. I've made my decision. Now on, I'm going to protect her at all costs. And she's still going to end up dead. All of us are going to end up dead. Maybe me too. You and I, we've come so far since we started our relationship, and what we've built so far, to protect it, no matter what mistakes we've made in the past. This guy, this is the alternate reality me. Like, I could never get bitches. A fresh burst of tears flooded in his cheeks. Yes. It's came for a long time in a more serene way. Serene? Love is stronger than anything, right? I think that's for sure. The fear of losing Emma is stronger than the pain I feel. Can't let the resentment of the past taint the happiness of the present, let alone the joys of the future. Let's finally part. I'd like for us to keep moving forward together on a renewed foundation. Stronger, more forthright, more mature. For that, no more lies. You'd promised me that. His face beams with newfound hope. So I've been faithful to you ever since. You're the only one who matters to me. Her plain look indicates her burning desire for reciprocity. Reciprocation. Reciprocity, meaning. A situation or relationship in which two people or groups agree to do something similar for each other to allow... Oh, okay. I mean in simple terms. That's not simple, but whatever. I think I understand. You cheat on you, Emma. You are the only one for me. Tears come into the corners of my eyes and I hold her head against my chest. We remain entwined for a moment longer to seal our renewed promise. Despite the torrent of conflicting emotions rolling through me, my smile widens. Sense safe. This is where it's gonna go. No, never mind, it didn't. I was late for class. Emma looks at me shyly, her usual smile on her lips. Loosened my embrace reluctantly. Yeah, you're right. This is Evelyn. Shit! My complexion turns pale and Emma gives me a worried look. Are you okay? What's wrong? I grab her by the shoulders. This morning, we have class with the new professor. Emma looks at me with a puzzled grin. Are you sure? We have sociology as usual, no? Harry drops slightly. There's no new professor scheduled to teach us this morning, are you sure? Haven't anything about this? No? Maybe Dan would know more. I turned back to Dan, deep in conversation with Jessica, who must have joined him while I was with Emma. I grab him by the hand and start walking towards Dan, but he must stay still. I just have to do something quick. I'll catch up with you in the auditorium, Cookie. She is the witch. This bitch right here, she is the witch. I looked at her with a very serious look on my face. Fine, but wait for me before the entrance of the auditorium. I need to confirm Evelyn's noise distance, but most of all, I need to keep Emma safe. Faces the final. Lives in a little adorable laugh. Exactly. Sure, see you in 5 minutes. Emma scurries off in the direction of the main building, giving me a little wave. This discussion has taken a much happier turn than I expected. I really do the right thing by forgiving her to stay together. The answer is given to me by the despair that seizes me at the mere memory of Emma dying before my eyes. I was protected from Evelyn. Evelyn seems to have disappeared from everyone's mind. Maybe only the survivors have retained their memories. I think Dan, if he doesn't, meters away, still deeply involved in this discussion with Jessica. My theory is correct that maybe Jessica could remember something. I have no choice but to question her. In a subtle way this time. I'm tired of sounding crazy to everyone else. How can you sound subtle? As I approach, Jessica glares at me with your usual haughty look. Hi, Jessica. Hey. Hey. The tone's relatively cold as it always is when it comes to Jessica. Dan didn't back to me. Oh, you're finally done with Emma. When able to suppress a semblance of a goofy smile. Yeah. Dan stares at me with an unusually serious look on his face. So, Riley, did you actually... Jessica crushes her still partially lit cigarette butt in his temple. Ah! I know you're just about to say something disgusting. Well, you know Dan, as long as he's still breathing, he'll say dumb things. Really want to take his side? Is this some kind of stupid bro code? Speaking of code, we can always count Dan, right? If you mean that he can be counted on to act like a disgusting pig, sure. Doesn't seem to be taking the bait. Damn it, screw subtlety, I've got to get this straight. Dan's a reliable type, Evelyn knows it well. Raises an eyebrow and turns to Dan. Evelyn, another completely desperate girl who ended up falling into your arms? I'm completely confused. Jessica doesn't remember anything either, then who would? Dan massages his temples and contemplates the cigarette ash-covered fingers. This thing is all over my skin. I didn't even say anything. Wait till you see what your Evelyn does to you when she finds out who you really are. Evelyn? Then the girl that Riley keeps talking about? Jessica turns to me again, puzzled. Must remind you that you're already in a committed relationship. You should be careful. Dan has a deplorable influence on the people around him. Jessica definitely doesn't remember anything. Shit! A jumping newcomer appears near me. Here, Dan. Your coffee. Face! This traitorous scum! Acting like nothing happened. While he is responsible for Dan's death. While he was collaborating with Evelyn. While he condoned all the murders committed during his nightmare. My eyes turn red. What? Your eyes turn red? Okay. And I barely managed to contain my hatred. Dan's surprised look alternates between Wes and me. What's up to you, man? Did something happen between Wes and you? I shudder to think back to his filthy betrayal. The screams of horror, the smell of blood, the death rattle, everything is still so vivid in my head. It's really just a dream. Am I going crazy? Breathless, I massage my temples in hopes of waking up from this nightmare for good. I don't know, Dan. I feel like I had a nightmare, a terrible nightmare. Dan took me by the shoulder in comfort. Hey, it's okay. We all get a little crazy once in a while. Jessica was staring at me with an indescribable look. Did you really remember anything, or is she just lying to me? Am I the one being manipulated by the rest of the world? I shook my head, becoming like those paranoid conspiracy theorists who lock themselves in persecution delusion. Maybe I have actually lost my mind after all. All because of Evelyn. Evelyn is the key. Her very existence is the key. If she doesn't exist, then none of this was real. I need to find Evelyn. Sorry, Dan. It's not very clear in my head. I think I need to rest for a while. You bet. Don't worry, let's catch up on sleep in the auditorium. We'll feel a lot better. Hey, want some of my coffee? Dan, did you hear about a new assistant professor, a girl in Mr. Arridge? Look, I don't see how I could have missed such a crucial piece of information, but... I interrupt Dan. But you just have you heard anything about a new sociology professor? Is this your famous Evelyn? Heart leaps in my chest. How do you know? You've been repeating that name over and over for an hour, like we're all supposed to know her. Don't hide my disappointment, missed relief, and sigh heavily. No, I haven't heard anything about that. Tell them the story now, I'll almost certainly end up in some asylum by the end of the day. No one seems to remember anything, no one among the students. I have to ask the professor directly. Look, just forget what I said, okay? I'm just a little, tired. Deranged. Where's the professor's room again? First floor, next to the cafeteria. I'm coming with you, okay? Now I really need to see what Evelyn was like. Let me just finish my smoke and see you in class. Without waiting for an answer, I rush to the main building. I need to know. Oh, a new background. I run through the corridors toward the professor's room. If I learn the slightest clue that could indicate the existence of Evelyn, then I absolutely must prevent people from going to class to avoid the coming massacre. Whereas if anyone would listen to me, people would just think I'm crazy. like this morning. Lost my thoughts, I bumped into someone coming in the opposite direction. Shit, sorry. What, Ronnie, are you crazy? Professor. Sir! Why are you running like this, and in the wrong direction at that? Do I need to remind you that we have class in exactly 5 minutes? Exactly the person I needed. Sir. Try to catch my breath. Damn, I quit smoking last year, though. Did you hire a new assistant, Professor? The Professor raises an inquisitive eyebrow. Why do you wish to offer to assist me? Not to be offensive, but your academic level doesn't really destine you for a very intellectual career, if you don't mind me saying. Asshole. But you have recruited anyone recently? If you really care to know, then no, I'm still looking for a new assistant. Certainly not from your classmates. You only select bright people with several years of experience. I hate working with young graduates. They're so arrogant as if they think they've seen it all. Symptomatic of today's youth, if I may say so. Not sure he needs my permission to spout his cliches. In my days, experience was respected. Seniority was uncommon for the brightest professors to be begged by parents of students to marry their daughter, you see. I myself have been approached several times, and even recently, mind you, but you must understand that I'm losing him. Apparently he hasn't found anyone for the assistant position yet. That would mean that Evelyn isn't here? What about Evelyn? You don't have her? Evelyn? No, her name was Vanessa. Yes, Vanessa. That's right. But she was the one who was coming on to me, rest assured. I would never have allowed myself to transgress the prevailing rules among the faculty, you see. My parents begged me, though. They wanted so much for their daughter to marry an academic. In my days, intellectuals were still respected, unlike your debauched generation who values appearance over. I have to go to the bathroom, sorry. I quickly walk away towards the stairs, leaving the teacher alone with his reminiscences of the good old days. I guess every generation eventually convinces itself that it was the best one. I shake my head focused on Evelyn. No one, absolutely no one, seems to know her. As if she doesn't actually exist. Does that mean we were really saved? Finally into the auditorium, didn't mean to do that. Although, I mean, I don't know if I can save past this point, but there are 9 pages of... Wow. I finally enter the auditorium. I can barely repress a shiver. Last time I was there, the walls were covered in blood and the floor was littered with corpses. A certain nausea takes hold of me at the evocation of these morbid memories. I can contemplate the noisy room, only populated by carefree students ready to face a new day of insipid classes. No terror, no suffering, no death. Just cheerful laughter and snatches of distressingly banal discussion. Is she gonna, like, walk into the room carrying the professor's corpse or something? I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. I slowly make my way to the row where Emma is sitting, not much further than where we were during my nightmare, but not quite the same. No one's heard of Evelyn. People are not quite sitting in the same place. The discussions seem different. Or not. I don't know. The uncertainty is that I'm the only one who remembers Evelyn, so that would mean she doesn't exist. It's the only rational explanation. Despite the terrifying realism of my nightmare, despite the pain I felt, it was only a figment of my imagination. The only alternative, not very reassuring, would be that I have gone completely insane. Let's hope I'm still sane. Riley, here. Emma looks at me with a big smile. Behind her, Dan is completely slouching in the seat as usual. It's nice to Emma, taking her hand. Hey. It's okay to you. Can I come over to your place? I look at her puzzled for a moment, then nod with a smile. Despite our discussion this morning, she still wants to... She's right. There's no need to torture ourselves about something we've agreed on. It's time to move on and do what we did before. Get back to the simplicity of our exchanges. That includes getting back together, like we used to. I catch a glimpse out of the corner of my eye of a double tornado of hair. I am screaming. Girls. Yes, indeed. I do see 2 women right here. An uncontrollable shiver runs through me. It was like this during my nightmare too. Could it be that the twins remember everything? Hi. Hey. So she told him, but he also... No way! The 3 of them pause and pivot toward me dumbfounded. Do you know he's going to lecture us now? The regular professor, no? No doubt, she doesn't remember anything. Yeah, thanks. Is Ronnie okay? He looks very pale. Only this morning, though. Yeah, he's tired. I turn on my laptop in hopes of diverting my attention from the heated discussion between Emma and the twins. I breathe a sigh of relief. There are plenty of similarities with my nightmare, but there are also commonalities with my usual daily life. The door of the hall suddenly opens, my eyes are riveted to the entrance. I can barely breathe. A familiar figure crosses the threshold of some figure with a stern-looking grey hair. It's just the usual professor. No one in front of him, no one behind him. He just enters the room, closes the door, and walks slowly toward the board. Blues, class has started. The noise barely subsides. Without the presence of Evelyn, the students have no reason to interrupt. I'm close to crying with joy. No trace of Evelyn. Does this mean that I really escaped this nightmare? Turn my gaze to a radiant Emma, still in deep discussion with the twins. Gently stroke her hair. She's alive. She's really alive. My lips changed to a particularly goofy smile. If Emma is alive, then that means Evelyn doesn't exist. Then it means life is great. At least when he speaks, I'm pulling him out of class. Get out! Damn, 3 hours with him. I knew I shouldn't have gotten up this morning. Be careful, the next one who speaks. Who's the old dude talking? That's Professor, you idiot. Doesn't he have black hair? 10 years ago, maybe. Wait, how long have you been in college exactly? Perfectly ordinary day, no doubt. It's been 2 hours or... Remember this concept, it could very well end up in your midterms. I sigh heavily and type a few random words on my keyboard that don't make much sense. I just can't focus. I know it's net. It's really unlucky. I press my chin in the palm of my hand and open the chat room again with an innocent look. As long as I pretend to focus on my laptop, Emma shouldn't mind. Lol, I found a horoscope on the intranet. Fuck shit up. This thing looks like it was created 20 years ago or something. I can tell you your horoscope for 20 bucks if you want. Shut the fuck up. Shut up! You got the link to this horoscope? Internet.umw.edu/RMX5LCB3UGZM9VBHMH. There's really nothing else on the internet and games. Oh, what did you expect? Counter-Strike or something? I've got that game. Seriously, you can get Counter-Strike on the internet. Give me the link. Need. Shut the fuck up, but need. LAN party! Horoscope. Great. Guess I really don't have anything else to do, and a miracle can always happen. I might actually find some old Counter-Strike version hidden somewhere on the internet. Welcome to the Mythical Creature Personality Test. Wise as a phoenix, charismatic as a dragon, shy as a unicorn, clever as a troll. What mythical creature are you? No way, this is a stupid psychological test. I would even have preferred an actual horoscope. Question 1. The one you love, hi, is single, but you see him or her laughing with her ex. I bury my face in my hands. What the hell am I doing? My disillusioned pout grows as I go through the answers. I take the answer and sigh. Who could have possibly created that shit? I think because they're just talking, that's all. Everyone has the right to laugh once in a while. Question 2. The one you love asks you out for dinner, but when you show up, you notice that other people are there. Carpe diem. Question 3. Veteran tells you that he or she has feelings for the one you love, too. You cry, you scream, you curse fate, then you get a bear. Ad impossibile animotinitur. It's very likely the one you love won't date any of you guys, so problem solved. Question 4. You're finally in a romantical relationship with the one you love, but you end up finding out about him or her cheating on you. You better go and die. Forget everything, because that's also one of those values. Saying nothing besides to cheat on him or too, and eye for an eye. No, it would be. Finally, a somewhat interesting question. Errare humanum est, as they say. Question 5. You find out that your chosen one has actually been cheating on you with your best friend. You turn your affection to your pet to avoid committing murder. Go middle. Fluctuate Necomegator. Hope you signed a prenup though, just in case. She was sex, you're the one in love, finally announced a divorce after years of suffering. This is and a knife. You survived the... Fuck, I'll do the middle one. Both of the others are just murder. It's just me or the question's getting weird. O doctor calumniare semper adequad I don't even know if this is a real language. An easy one, just Google it already. Goodness heaven. Your loved one blames you for the death of one of your children. Okay, for a moment I thought the music stopped. I'm gonna text my favorites. One question, you attend the funeral of your loved one and his family insists that you give your little speech. Transitum Bracet Lux Permanente. A bit hypocritical, but at least the ceremony should be quiet. Congratulations, you are a unicorn! Yeah! A unicorn? You don't actually exist. Try to have a little more personality because this is really embarrassing even for you. You don't actually exist. I'll stop stacking up and do some work. See you soon. That was weird. Be something particularly cheesy and pointless, some of the questions were surprisingly messed up. If the guy who created this thing didn't care about your actual result, not to mention its condescending remarks in Latin. Oh, that was... What the fuck was this? Oh, it's so not a horoscope, actually. The guy who did this was a complete psychopath. Why would it have to be a guy? Oh yeah, I'm a dragon. Shut the fuck up, I know. No bother. Shut the fuck up. Get the fuck out. How can I get the dragon, please? Hydra for me. No matter how hard life can get, you always manage to bounce back. Sort of lesser version of the Phoenix, basically. How can I get the dragon, please? Who else got the Phoenix? Stop lying, bro. I did the test 15 times and Phoenix doesn't exist. Jessica got it. Screenshot. How can I get the dragon, please? Shut up! You can't post a screenshot in this chat. I'm a cave troll. How can I get the dragon, please? How can I get the dragon, please? How can I get the dragon, please? Ember turns an exasperated look towards me. Right, Lee, take notes! But we're still at the introduction. It's been almost an hour since the class started. I look over the teacher who continues to spout the lecture in a monotone voice. Sorry, Emma, I was taking notes, but Dan sent me something important and... Are you kidding me? My smile immediately disappears. No, ma'am. Don't take notes, then tonight... Don't give in to blackmail, Riley. You... With surprising speed, Dan raises his left arm to intercept a charger wire that Jessica wields like a whip. I knew you would try to hit me, so I anticipated the... Jessica just chunked the entire charger into his crotch, something he obviously hadn't anticipated. I'm going to take notes, I promise. Are we checking at the end of class? I smile at the thought of this fake punishment. Emma loves to act like a teacher and places a quick kiss on her cheek. Okay, I get it. I took my hand while remaining focused on her screen. I turned back to my screen with a sigh and opened the document that is my meager notes with regret. Sociology was too underdeveloped at the time to grasp the multiple class interactions within a system as complex as... My brain is already frying. What exactly am I supposed to be taking notes about? I absolutely need to get Emma's notes at the end of class. Say, Riley. I turned to Emma, delighted to have an excuse not to listen to class. Please don't say something scary. Please don't say something spooky. Do I still have any of my stuff at your place? And take notes! I guess flips to the board and I start copying down words without even trying to figure out what they mean. That should be enough to reassure Emma. I have a toothbrush for you, yes? And for her to give me the notes. What about my skin creams? She's kidding me, I have a whole shelf full of her creams. Sure, I got plenty of them. Doesn't really mean anything. Holistic paradigm? You really have my night cream too? That depends, which one is it? Mesosociology? I'm sure the professor is trolling us. No way such a word actually exists. The one that says night cream, obviously. Obviously. I'm sure I've seen it somewhere, next to the other 12 creams you put on my shelf. It doesn't seem to pick up on the irony. Do you have any of the whitening scrub left? Oh, Jesus Christ! That scared the hell out of me! Oh, I can't go back. I can't go back a line. I should have... Ah, dang it. I can't go back a line. That scared the crap out of me. She's becoming a tad bit annoying with her makeup products. I'm already having a hard time focusing on the class. What? Wait, Epoche? Seriously? It's not some... Epoche or something? It's not some kind of animal? Careful, I changed the brand. The old one was giving me red patches on my face. Oh! Oh, Jesus Christ. This is a visual novel, dude. I froze in my seat. Emma was... I turned my head towards Emma jerkily like a robot. This is impossible. Oh, Jesus! Oh, crap. Oh my God. Why are you looking at me like that? No. No! Are you okay? You look completely pale. Oh, Jesus Christ! I did my eyes to Dan and let out a cry of horror. No! I'm sorry, I can't scream. You're right, are you okay? Man, you look like you're about to throw up. Oh, Dan, all the people who died during my nightmare. They're all... I'm this close to throwing up at Emma and Dan's decomposed faces. Gross? They're just nightmare, it's just nightmare. Buddy, what's wrong? Got young close like that. Please do not. Breathless, I slowly turn my head towards the door of the room that just opened abruptly. The deep despair that takes hold of me confirms my eyes struggle to analyze. She's here. Radiant, powerful, terrible, and exactly what I assumed was going to happen. She is now wearing a cascading long dress like a witch costume. She advances slowly towards the stage, her usual bright smile on the lips. All eyes are fixed on Evelyn, who seems to revel in the general attention. The astonishment which seizes the whole class borders on the absolute silence. Only the rustle of her blue dress can be heard, as if the whole universe was holding its breath. As she approaches the desk, Evelyn turns her gaze to me and gives me a twinkling wink. Everything okay, Riley? You look like you're surprised to see me. I stifle another howl. Evelyn's back. She's real. Nightmare's real. Evelyn, you fucking bitch! Evelyn gives me a big condescending smile. Don't tell me you've forgotten about me. That would be very vexing. Who are you? What are you doing here? Oh, it's because of my new dress. I thought you preferred this kind of clothes. Please get out of... Evelyn casually holds out a finger towards the professor, whose torso literally explodes in a spray of blood. Whatever that noise was. Evelyn spins around as if her new victim doesn't even exist. Look, a long witch's dress like in the video games. Doesn't take long for the screams to erupt. Around me, most of the students rush for the door while the others dive under their tables, just like in my nightmare. My nightmare, what that wasn't actually a nightmare. And slowly walks up the stairs towards me now, while a shapeless mass of students is clumped against the door that remains stubbornly closed. Open the door! It's jammed! Open the door, please! What the hell is happening? Open it, damn it! Get the fuck out of there! Get out! My eyes remain focused on Evelyn as she approaches me, completely unperturbed by the screams echoing through the room. Don't act so surprised. Did you really expect something else? Her smile grows crueler and crueler. Everyone was alive again. Emma. O'Reilly, it's not just my fault you refuse to face reality. I feel a stream of warm liquid running down my right side. My eyes filled with tears. I turn to Emma, knowing full well what to expect. And all eyes on the ground, a pool of blood, a long blue dagger stabbed in her back, motionless dead. Why? Her extinguished gaze stares into the void. Emma, who was full of life just a moment ago, Emma was torn from me again. She's long dead. I close my eyes and collapse into my seat, ready to vomit what little my stomach holds. An unknown force somehow straightens me and reduces my nausea as a result. I feel a slight pressure on my right shoulder as if... What shall we do now? I remain paralyzed by despair with a deep, primal terror mixed in. We are only Evelyn's pawns, we've always been. Her presumed death, the dead reappearing all unharmed, it was all an act. Yet another twist in her cruel game. Seems like there are still a lot of bad students left. What do you think we should do with them? Please. I know. We could do a speed dating workshop. Seduction is one of the pillars of modern sociology, you know. Stop, please. Or everyone writes down on a piece of paper the person they would like to see dead, and we make a ranking. I beg you, stop this massacre. Tears roll down my cheeks uninterruptedly. She's crazy, completely crazy. Crazy and sadistic. All she seeks is pain, death, desperation. You bastard! How did you kill the professor? Dan's decomposed carcass appears before my eyes. He seems totally oblivious to his putrefied appearance. Dan, run away! Even better, Evelyn writes down the person they love and the person they want to see dead. I pick the names out from my hat. Evelyn snaps her fingers and Dan collapses in on himself in a pool of blood as if his body had just remembered that he had died. What do you think? Wouldn't this be a good icebreaker for your classmates? Dan, no! We could do that for, say, 15 minutes. Before we resume the lecture, time is flying by. Disco in disbelief has bent over Dan's lifeless body. How? Don't you think they're being too loud? The screams redouble in intensity as all the previous dead students collapse in turn. It was as if I was the only one to see their rotting skin. The other students, they looked alive. Open up, please! He's dead! What did I do last time again? Shit! The door! I start screaming at the top of my lungs to warn the crowd of the impending danger. Get away from the door! Oh, right. One snaps fingers and the four students in direct contact with the door immediately turn into living torches. The abominably familiar smell of burning flesh fills the entire room. The crowd near the door immediately disperses to the sound of screams and pure terror. Well, I guess it's time to get back to class. Evelyn straightens up and effortlessly steps over Emma's half-decomposed body. I'm counting on you to participate, Riley. Creepy-ass motherfucker. With my heart slowly crumpling, I painfully manage to look at the situation around me. Wes, the twins, and a few others are sheltered under the tables, while Jessica is still hunched over Dan. Evelyn snaps her fingers again, and the change in light tells me that the deadly thorns have once again invaded the large windows at the back of the auditorium. She quickly walks back down the stairs with a cheerful air, then turns back to her audience. Listen to me. You have 10 seconds to return to your seat. If you don't obey, I'll have to punish you. The stunned eyes turn to Evelyn. A particularly bold and stupid student rushes at her in a desperate rush. You bit! Ah! Bullshit. With a hand outstretched in front of her, Evelyn conjures up one of her famous spears that has just pinned the hapless student to the ground, whose grunts of agony are rapidly weakening. Tisk, tisk. I say go back to your seat. I take advantage of it the very momentary silence and start yelling. Back to your seats, everyone! Quick! I rush over to Jessica, still kneeling beside Dan, and grab her by the arm. Jessica, move! We'll die if we stay here. Jessica looks at me, totally distraught, tears in her eyes. What the? Move! Jessica relents, and I manage to drag her back to her original spot next to the seat Dan was sitting in. No matter what happens, don't move from your seat. Well, I'm afraid I have to start punishing. Jump over the table and settle as best as I can in my seat. You, could you please tell me why you're not sitting down? One tugs the under student, still standing with her piercing eyes. Everyone else has managed to sit back down or at least hide under a table. Magical dagger out of nowhere pierces his throat with a sinister sound. The condemned student hopelessly brings his hands to his blood-drenched throat, then collapses to the floor with absolutely sickening gurgles. Jesus Christ. I don't want to see anyone under the tables either. Class is about to resume. I lean over to the twins, who look perfectly terrified. Sit down, your table shall kill you! Hurry up! They reluctantly straighten up and manage to sit down despite their compulsive shaking. Around me, I note with relief that everyone is following their lead. Alright, so much nicer to teach serious students. And don't forget to take notes. The best students will be rewarded. Evelyn's cruel smile leaves no doubt about what's coming next. There's going to be more blood. We're definitely and irrevocably doomed. I see that everyone is listening now. Well, you said that today's youths don't know how to behave. A heavy silence reigns over the room. All the students are immersed in terrifying apprehension, their brains unable to make the connection between the series of totally inconceivable events that just occurred. Exactly like the first time. Surprise, denial, anguish. The triptych of terror. Undoubtedly, I'm the only one who remembers past events. For the rest of the class, this is Evelyn's very first appearance. I bury my head in my arms and close my eyes. Please make it stop. Give me my life back. My simple, boring life. My little everyday life as an average student. Save me. Save us. Please, 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 please. Evelyn speaks again in a playful tone that makes me flinch. Before we resume class... Oh shit. Evelyn sits down on the desk as if nothing had happened. The loop of her first appearance never stopped. But the students have no memory of that first loop, except me. So she was teaching for me. Ask you some questions to assess your current level. She probes the room with her eyes, stopping here and there at a few students who are nearly passing out. You in the back. Already tried to help me, so I'm going to ask you a very easy question. I've turned to fault that she was addressing Wes. Oh, you already tried to help me. He has no memory of the first loop. Only I know what Evelyn is referring to. His betrayal is filthy betrayal. Evelyn wants to reward him by killing him? Doesn't make sense. Evelyn systematically kills the person she asks the question to. How is she granting him a privilege by interrogating him? Clearly, Wes is not one of those who are supposed to survive. Famous model students, if they even exist. If you had to kill someone in this room, who would you pick? What? This has nothing to do with the class? What the hell is this? There's nothing like the first loop. I want to live. And wiggles a delicate finger in front of her. No, you're not answering the question. No point in trying to act smart. She wants blood. She will have blood. What if Wes decided to pick her? Would she submit to her own rules? No way. She'd probably kill the insane by accusing him of cheating. What filthy trash. Riley. Words echoes around the room for a few moments. Did you just point at me? Me? I really turned to Wes. You trash. What are you doing? I had to choose. It was either you or me. Traitor in the first loop, coward in the second. And traitor in the second. Yeah, bitch. Either way, he wanted me dead. That filthy trash. He claps her hands happily. But I see you didn't befriend everyone. She holds out a long slender finger in adoration, and two long daggers come out of nowhere and suddenly hit the table between us. Now, let's get this started. My stunned gaze alternates between Evelyn and Wes. Evelyn doesn't want to kill us herself anymore. She wants us to do it for her. Sadism taken to the extreme. Evelyn, fuck you. I catch a glimpse out of the corner of my eye, Wes scrambling with the daggers, but only managed to pull one off the table. You piece of shit! I realized I tried to land a blow into his head that he manages to dodge. I've balanced a double forward and nearly cut my right side with the edge of the blade still stuck on the table. Wiz gazes at me with an evil look, convinced of his easy victory. He raises his weapon high. Holy shit, look at this guy's face. Sorry, nothing personal. Surprisingly, in a surprising survival reflex buried somewhere deep inside me, I managed to roll off the table just in time to dodge the blade, which comes down hard and hits the wooden disc with a thud. That bastard! He's really trying to kill me! I grabbed the handle of the dagger, aimed at me, and swung back with all my might to dodge another deadly blow from Wiz. I had to pull the dagger off the table, but by doing so, throwing myself off my already precarious balance. I clumsily tried to restore my center of gravity by staggering backwards, but I end up stumbling on one of the steps. The word slips away from me as my body rolls down the steps to the central stage. The word finally comes to a stop around me, and I suppress a stabbing nausea and try to catch my breath. It's a small miracle that I didn't break my neck in that fall. I got my senses in time to notice Wes running down the stairs, his dagger in his hand. A demented look was taken over his face. I awkwardly straightened up and haphazardly raised my right hand, which is still miraculously holding the dagger, to ward off Wiz's coming blow. I was sure I had dropped it when I fell. Wiz's blade ricochets off mine and skids across my forearm, leaving a long red gash. Ugh. I dropped one knee to the ground under the force of the impact. I won! I tried to compress the pain without screaming, but it feels like my right arm has no strength left. Shit. With a rush of adrenaline, I throw my dagger towards Wiz's face. To my surprise, the trajectory is perfect. The blade goes with surgical precision towards Wiz's right eye. Instant death incoming. Shut up! I punctuate my renewed confidence with a bravado mark that I immediately regret. In a surprisingly agile move, Wiz twists on himself and manages to avoid the deadly projectile. Panic overtakes me. I'm completely unarmed and as a result helpless. What an idiot. You're pathetic. Wiz stands before me, a demented grin on his face. I turn my head toward Evelyn in the vain and naive hope of finding some comfort. Her almond-shaped eyes... Almond-shaped? Almonds? Those aren't almonds. I ignore me completely and remain focused on Wes. With an enigmatic smile on her lips, she seems very amused by the situation. Everyone made fun of me. You first. Nobody cares about Wes. Wes, Stan's faithful minion. The one who crawls in beside him in hopes of being exposed to the light for a moment. Look at him, he's pathetic. My brain is trying to think fast. I've tried to buy some time, get him to talk, since he seems very eager to get it off his chest. Must hurt so much to lose someone like me, huh? If I can make him stop talking, maybe he'll let his guard down enough. You're the one looking up at me now, and I'm looking down at you. You have no idea what this means to me. My right arm is weakened by my injury, but all I would have to do is run into him. With all my might, it should knock him to the ground. You're the trash now. Me! I am on the winning side! The main risk is that he doesn't drop his dagger in his fall. If he manages to stab me while I'm running at him, it's game over for me. I'm the winner, and you're the loser, but we're both stuck in hell. Either way, I'm screwed, just like you. Wes throws an unexpected kick at me. I raise my left arm at the last moment to keep my jaw from absorbing the damage. I crash into the desk with a loud grunt and let out a grunt of pain. Shit, I fell on my right arm. The long gash that stretches across my forearm triggers a wave of searing pain from my right side. Where's the justice in that, huh? We're going to die, and I'm going to die too. We're all doomed, right? That witch is going to kill us all, right? So what the fuck do I care about winning against a piece of shit like you? I'm going to die too. Another kick, this time in my stomach. I don't give a shit, you understand? I don't give a shit about winning if I'm going to die. Justice? Revenge? I don't give a fuck. I just want to survive. I curl my body in anticipation for another blow. I just want to survive. But we're in hell here, and no one comes back from hell. Wes throws a series of random kicks at me, more to vent his anger than it actually hurt me. I win, you lose, you die, I die. What's the difference? Tell me! My arms manage to absorb most of his blows, but the pain that runs through my body prevents me from considering the counterattack. Any counterattack. Answer me! What difference does it make to me? The kicks finally stop. Breathing hard, I try to focus on my aching body. My right arm continues to hurt, but the wound doesn't bleed enough to be in real danger. As the rest of my body, nothing seems to be broken. Really sore, but nothing broken. Right, Evelyn? What difference does it make after all? I catch a glimpse out of the corner of my eye of Evelyn, whose attention remains entirely on Wes. Her smile slowly widens, but she keeps complete silence. We're in hell after all, right? No way to escape from here. Evelyn gently runs her tongue over her lips, as if to better savor the surreal moment. And yet I have the dagger. I hold the power now. Wes stares at the dagger for a moment, then sets his crazy eyes on me. You think you have a chance of surviving, right? He then turns to Evelyn. You think we're gonna be a little puppet, right? Now slaughter Riley, then you can kill me. Evelyn lets out a little crystalline laugh, as if the remark were a pleasant joke at a cocktail party. You know, Riley, people say there's nowhere to run in hell, but I know. Wes crouches down next to me, his dagger screwed into his right hand. I know how to do it. I know how to get out of it. Wes plunges the dagger into his abdomen. Oh shit. The stunned shock takes my breath away as a few drops of blood splash in my face. I know how! I know! Wes continues to stab himself over and over again. Yuri moment. Fucking Doki Doki Literature Club. The fast stab gets the better of him. Wes collapses next to me, the blade still stuck in his gaping abdomen, which spills an impressive amount of blood on the floor. Crazy laughter. That also isn't really laughter, it's more like but okay. Everyone bursts into laughter and claps with both hands. Wonderful, bravo, what a finale! I painfully straightened up, holding my right arm. I'm alive. He's killed himself. He did everything to kill me, I was doomed. But he's dead and I'm alive. Didn't expect something like that from Wes, but he really did exceed my wildest expectations. Everyone walks up to me and whispers a few words in my ear. Congratulations, Riley. You're the winner. You can go back to your seat now. As if moved by an invisible force, my body begins to walk up the stairs with a slow, uneven step. Thoughts race through my jumbled mind, but one keeps popping up insistently. I'm alive. I'm still alive, thanks to Wes. Wes the traitor, Wes the coward. To the end, he still ran away, even if it meant sparing me. So I finally sit down in my seat. I have a violent coughing fit. A taste of blood appears in my mouth. Wes saved me. His cowardice saved me. I'm alive, for now. Riley. I wipe away a small trickle of blood that runs down my lips and look up feverishly at a perfectly smiling Evelyn as if the class never stopped. As if the situation was the most natural thing in the world. Since you won, the next question is for you. My eyes bead with tears. She feeds in our distress and our despair. She maintains the peaks of hope that animate us punctually to better break them evenly. Don't worry, it's a very easy question. Easy? Like what she asked of Wes? I believe you're a good friend of the two twins in front of you. They're very similar, but I'm sure they're very different from each other. Zoe and Chloe suddenly turn to me, their faces livid. Indeed, they look so much alike. So, which one do you like better? They had a nervous laugh. So that's her little game. A game now. She asked us to designate the condemned ourselves according to criteria established by her alone. Conclusion is the same. She kills the bad students by forcing other bad students to get their hands dirty. That probably means I'm a bad student, and I'm doomed. You do have a little preference, right? How cute they are, looking at you with their big, desperate eyes. Isn't it exhilarating, wielding such power? Chloe, pick her. Zoe, tell the truth, they're perfectly identical. Eyes filled with tears, distress in their eyes, arched eyebrows, trembling lips. It was best friends, twin sisters who do absolutely everything together. For me, they're always one and the same. Shit! Evelyn, no doubt she will kill me if I refuse to answer life for life. You're one of them. If I choose... I feel like if I choose Zoe, then Zoe's gonna die, and if I choose Chloe, then Chloe's gonna die, and if I choose Evelyn, then Evelyn can fuck herself. That's gonna be both of them. Fuck, I don't want to risk it. My feverish gaze alternates between the two twins, both playing the same look as Zoe. She spontaneously asked me to say words for her sister. Like Emma only thought about survival until the very last second. Like Emma, says my prepared to pronounce my sentence in the cavernous voice. Me execution on behalf of Evelyn. Shit. Also comes stairs in adoration, clearly fascinated by my moral dilemma. Save at least one of the twins in memory of Emma, memory of Zoe. And she begged me to pick her to protect her sister, Chloe. Zoe's lips stretched into a kind of smile, despite a slight veil of sadness in her eyes. Thank you. Chloe looks at her sister with wide eyes. Zoe! Don't worry, Chloe, everything will be fine. Chloe's face looks like it's about to burst into tears. Her features suddenly morph into a cruel caricature. Demented laughter runs through the room. Who did it? He really picked me. What the fuck is happening? I says to her sister with a totally stunned look on her face. Chloe? Shut up! Chloe turns to Evelyn, who was standing just a few steps away. Kill her now. I'm the one Riley picked. Zoe was devastated, betrayed by her own twin sister. As I'm about to open my mouth, Evelyn winks at me and puts her finger to her mouth to instruct me to be silent. The pain invades every last cell in my body. The pain is so much that I'm unable to scream, only a drawn-out moan escapes from my lips. Go on, kill little Miss Perfect. She spends all her time taking everyone down to make herself feel superior. She's been doing it with me my whole life. That's why Riley likes me best. Kill her! Holy crap! So burst into tears. Did you really mean what you just said? Shut up! You deserve everything that's happened to you. You're a bullshit. It was all your fault. What the fuck? Zoe gasped in surprise. It was you? The rumor? A mirthless laugh escapes Chloe's lips. You spend your time feeling sorry for yourself every time you do something stupid. When you're always the one responsible for your own misfortune. Then we finally have something real to complain about. Was my widened. Well, Frank meant just in that case. Evelyn waves her right hand nonchalantly, and Zoe suddenly collapses to the ground, struck with the force of a new dagger out of nowhere. The force of the impact sends a few spurts of blood spill around her lifeless body. She probably died on the spot. Chloe gazes at her sister, a smile of unbelievable cruelty on her lips. Holy crap. Thank you. I stare at Chloe's manic face in disgust, and never would have imagined that seemed so close. How could Chloe do this to her own twin sister? I can barely see Zoe's dead body, but I don't dare lean forward to see her face. She died immediately after realizing her sister's betrayal. Last thing she felt, the deception, the pain of the betrayal. Her last thoughts were tainted by her sister. Her own sister who confessed everything to her but just before she died. The worst betrayal, the worst death. I clenched my fists and feel the tears running down my cheeks as soiled to my sweat, dust and blood. Again I cursed my own weakness, my inability to do anything. Her inability to do anything. How could you do this? It turned to me a feature still contorted with unhealthy joy. To me, and she deserved it. Don't you dare lecturing me. You did this exact same thing with Wes. I don't remember you sacrificing yourself so he could survive. The fact is the opposite. You're dead to a dead man. Wes was not my brother. Shut up, Riley. You don't know what it's like growing up in the shadow of your twin. You're nothing but a pale copy of permanent disappointment to all the people who prefer your sister. Chloe's face becomes harsher, wilder. You don't know what it's like to have the people you love systematically call you by your sister's name, as if you didn't exist. Like they'd rather be with your sister than you. Well, it's kind of fortunate that that your parents named you both with rhyming names, but okay. Chloe seems out of breath. The resentment built up over the years shows in her still incredibly pale face. So what? We have our problems, and Zoe had hers. Shut up! You try to act all high and mighty when you know nothing about what I've been through. If you were so perfect, so pure, you would have sacrificed yourself to save Zoe. I bet this is a gagging fit. There's nothing to do with it. I don't. Then how come I'm talking to you and not Emma or Wes or Dan? Huh? How do you explain that, you stupid hypocrite? I remained flabbergasted by Chloe's words. This is just completely unrelated. Even though I did fail to protect them, I was the only one who remembered, and yet I failed to change anything. I was satisfied with an illusory happiness, naive. When we got down to nothing to save them. They were doomed the moment I let them set foot in this room again. We'll have our problems, and as you say, so deal with yours and keep your bullshit moral principles to yourself. Short silence is quickly broken by Evelyn's silting voice. Well, looks like Riley's answer was misleading. Obviously he preferred Zoe. What? What? Chloe looks at Evelyn with a startled expression. No, I won. She's the one who died. Long dagger pierces Chloe, identical to the one that killed Zoe in the same spot, the same way, with the same sound. Chloe collapses to the ground in perfect symmetry to her sister. Two identical handles of the magic daggers stand proudly, deeply implanted in the flesh of their victims, like a morbid reminder of Evelyn's own impotence. An atrocious sense of nausea spreads in my entrails. Why? Evelyn, you had it all planned, you bitch. I try to squeeze the blood that rolls in my temples, but twins are dead, whereas it is Chloe who deserved. She deserves to die, it's as simple as that. Evelyn's voice echoes in my skull, but her lips remain still. How's it feel to watch the people you know die around you, totally helpless? An insidious feeling of unease washes over me. The voice in my head, as if it's penetrating directly into every single neuron I possess. Evelyn. Evelyn gazes down at the two corpses with a satisfied look on her face as she gently strokes her collar, oblivious to my husky voice. At a word, she walks back down the stairs toward the painting with a cheerful expression. I think we can resume class now. I want you to listen carefully and take notes, there will be more questions later. The atmosphere of paralysis that had gripped the room gradually dissipates. A few horrified cries that echo in the room were quickly muffled before fear of retaliation. The circle sound of computer keyboards resumes its ballet as Evelyn begins to write on the board. Time for another fundamental sociology topic. Revenge! Without the slightest hesitation, just like the previous loop, as if the previous loop had never been interrupted. Deathly pale and try to ignore the bodies around them as they focus on the note-taking. My head was still aching. I turned my head to Emma's lifeless body and began to cry softly. All the death, all the horror is not over. Still not over. Okay. Video shall end here. I remember. A while ago. Yes. Oh yeah, I told you didn't exist. Your girlfriend's calling you. Okay, perfect, yeah. Alright, I'm gonna save here. Okay, I'm gonna save on the 4th empty slot. Yeah, perfect. And quit. Perfect. Yeah, nice. Okay, now yeah, that's gonna be the end of the video. I just see a black screen right now. Yep. Next video will come out at some point, maybe tomorrow, maybe the day after. I don't know. I'm getting pretty into this game today, and I couldn't record for longer than this. I regret that. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.